Alright, hey guys, we are here for the All-Star race. So, yep, we're getting ready for it. I'm here a little early, so just getting the last couple things set up. There we go, All-Star race. But yeah, so hopefully everybody's having a great day. I know I am. We saw a pretty good All-Star Open, although I will say it was a little down on action compared to normal because it had next to no kind of action to start it off. It was pretty slow, so. There we go. So drivers still aren't in the car. Okay, that's a little interesting. Normally, by the time I get in here, they're on track and rolling. But so looks like we got a little bit of time early on here. So welcome everybody to the stream. Hopefully everybody's having a great time. So there we go. Should have everything nice and up. All right, so there we go. So they're going to commercial break as soon as we get in here. So I guess we get some time here to just kind of chat while we get ready for the All-Star race. So it's a pretty gimmick-free All-Star race, all things considered. So yeah, there's a halfway, there's a caution somewhere around halfway. And then after that, it's straight up just a race. So obviously the difference being no points on the line and $1 million to whoever can win it. So obviously it's not a completely normal race, but we'll have to wait to the end of the race to see how different it ends up being. But Suarez and Busher on the front row is going to be fun. Logano and Dillon in the second row. Third row, Chase Briscoe and William Byron. Christopher Bell and Brad Keselowski in row 4. Row 5 is Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace. Then let me get up a extra leaderboard so I can actually scroll and see where everybody's actually at. But yeah, I'm excited for Charlotte next week. But right now we got North Wilkesboro All-Star Race, so it's cool to see a new track come to the series. I know it's not a new one, but for me, because I wasn't even alive the last time a Cup Series raced here, for me it's basically a new track. So here we go. All right, so Ryan Blaney and Truex holding down row number 6. Row number 7 is Elliott and Kyle Busch. Kevin Harvick, sporting the number 29 car tonight, is running. It will be starting the race in 15th alongside Kyle Larson for row 8. Row 9 is Cindric and Chastain. And row 10 is Ricky Stenhouse and Tyler Reddick. And then you've got Eric Jones, Josh Berry, Ty Gibbs, and Noah Gragson rounding out the field. So you've got 24 cars in the race. The 3 guys who transferred in from the Open will have to start tail into the field. So Berry, Gibbs, and Gragson are going to have to fight their way through a tough NASCAR Cup Series field. But yeah, welcome everybody. Hopefully everybody's enjoying it. I know I'm having a fun time. Hopefully you guys are too. Let me know who you guys think's going to win this. Let's get some pre-race picks going. My pre-race pick for the All-Star race. I mean, I could go super biased and just say my favorite driver, Kyle Busch, but you know what? Yeah, I'll say it. You know what? I think Christopher Bell actually. Flat track tends to be his bread and butter. Short tracks he's been pretty good at in terms of short ovals, so I'll say Christopher Bell gets it done. But I'd love to see Kyle Busch get his second All-Star race victory here, though. Uh-oh. My Fox app freeze up on me. Oh, there we go. So here we go. Welcome everybody to the stream. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. NASCAR is finally back from commercial break. Go. North Wilkesboro Speedway. The abandoned track. Now we're going to be racing at it. So here we go. Welcome everybody to the stream. Hopefully everybody's having a fun time. So here we go. Welcome everybody to the stream. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic time. Oh yeah, I remember one other thing I wanted to do. Ooh, getting ready for the pre-race ceremony. So we still have actually plenty of time here before the race starts. I'm not used to this. So yeah, they're running through pre-race ceremonies here, and not the invocation. But yeah, so welcome everybody to the stream. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic time. But yeah, so here we go. So yeah, so now they're doing the national anthem, and yeah, we should be getting ready to go racing here pretty quickly. But yep, here we go. Kind of looking around, seeing what we got for other stuff. Cause 24 cars, it's gonna be interesting to see a field that size. But yep. So here we go. Just getting a couple other things set here. Alright, there we go. So welcome everybody to the stream. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic time. So yeah, we got the halfway break at the end of this one. Again, I'm gonna be in Charlotte next week, so not gonna be doing the live stream in the traditional sense. We'll see what footage ends up coming out, and they go to commercial break. I'm gonna go deal with something real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, here we go. So I'm back. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Alright. Here we go. Welcome everybody to the stream. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic time today. Getting ready for All-Star race. So, yeah, and ironically, again, for an all-star race, looking at the top 5, really even looking down through the top 10, you have Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, I think are the only NASCAR Cup Series champions in the top 10. I mean, now granted, Denny Hamlin, first ballot Hall of Famer as well whenever he ends up hanging it up. I think that's pretty easy to say, depending on who he ends up coming out, depending on who he retires alongside potentially, because, like, for example, I think Kenseth would have been a lock for being a first ballot Hall of Famer, but I think he and Jimmy, I think, ended up becoming eligible around the same time. So, again, like Jimmy and Chad Knaus both, I think, they're gonna get inducted at the same time into the Hall of Fame. So, I think they postponed Jimmy's a year. But yeah, so here we go. I'm gonna say that. Ready for rolling here. Because they've been doing a lot of, they've been cutting the commercial and then they are typically rolling when they get back, right? Trying to remember how it's been, because we've had a lot of races this year and a lot of different ones. But yeah, showing the All-Star races of years past. We've had a lot at Charlotte, and I will say I am going to miss the history of it being at Charlotte, although I do like it being at North Wilkesboro as a way to bring this track back. I just kind of hope that if this track gets a points race in the future, that maybe we can bring the All-Star race back to Charlotte. But hey, if this ends up being the NASCAR All-Star race for years to come, I won't be upset. So here we go. So here we go. Last All-Star race for Kevin Harvick. That's going to be another one. Oh, yeah, he's a... Wait. So he'll be an easy first ballot Hall of Famer when he's eventually eligible here in the near future. But yeah, again, that will be a little ways down the line though before he's eligible. So yeah, Logano is going to be an interesting one to see him starting so far up there if he can get clear. But again, I'm just because they aren't champions, especially because they aren't just because they aren't Xfinity champions like Suarez, or they're Xfinity champions but not Cup champions like Buescher and Suarez. I still think they can easily compete. I mean, they're race winners last year, which is why they're in this race to begin with. But yeah, should be a pretty solid show though. Here we go. We got a pretty good show going on here, though. Hopefully, you guys are excited alongside it. But yeah, I'm excited here. So here we go. Darrell Waltrip and Richard Petty about to give the command to start the engines here. So here we go. Let's see. Nice to see Darrell Waltrip at the track, and he's going to be in the booth tonight, which is going to be fun. I'm excited for this. Like, I'm genuinely just excited to see how this ends up going. There we go. It's a simple command, but again, once Daryl gets up to the booth, it will be fun. Like, there is no way that Daryl will let the race get boring. But yeah, so nice to see North Wilkesboro though. Again, it's nice to see a track kind of that was almost completely forgotten almost, and it was going to be the next episode on those like forgotten speedways. And now suddenly it's got a NASCAR Cup Series event and will not easily be forgotten for probably years and years to come, hopefully. But yep. So they go to another commercial break though, and this time they should be coming back to the field rolling on pit road here. So here we go. Here we go. Excited for a good race. Hopefully you guys are too. Of course, let me know your guys' pre-race picks. My prediction is that Christopher Bell comes from seventh to win the race, but I would like to see Kyle Busch get it. But again, I just don't have the confidence in Kyle Busch being able to come through this field, considering how tough it's been to pass in the trucks and the cup stuff that we have seen this weekend so far. It's been really tough to pass. But yeah. Here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. So, yep, getting ready for the race, and hopefully you guys are excited alongside me, because I'm very much excited for this race. And again, they should be rolling off of pit road as we come back from commercial break here. Jumping on the bit, ready to go. And so we've already gone through the whole starting grid. We'll probably go through it again along with the broadcast going through them when they do it. But yeah, so 200 laps. Again, competition caution round the middle, so around lap 100, we'll be seeing a competition caution to bunch the field back together. Here we go. They're rolling. The cars are rolling off pit road. Bubba, Blaney. And here we go. Curious to see Suarez being sponsored by Trackhouse Motorplex. They couldn't say Trackhouse couldn't find him a sponsor for this weekend. That seems a little concerning for a team that's been so good about having so many different partners on the car. But yeah, so now they're going through their field. They got Byron and Briscoe up there. Keselowski and Bell there as well. So yeah, a lot of these guys though are Cup champions or won a race last year. Ryan Blaney winning the All-Star race last year and ended up getting him in. Couldn't imagine if Blaney had actually ended up having to sit this race out. Here we go. Oh, wait. We just heard from Dale. Walter just kind of chimed in there after not saying anything. But, yep. So they brought the band back together. Larry McReynolds up in the booth. Waltrip, and now we got Boyer as kind of the fourth guy there, just kind of hanging out. But, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a fan, though, that is excited for this race. So here we go. Man, I love Waltrip, though. I mean, he brings a different energy to the race whenever he is at the track. So here we go. So yeah, now they're talking about the elevation change because the racetrack is actually slanted like this. Turn 1 and 2 up here, turn 3 and 4 down here, I believe. Might be the other way around, but yeah, so it's slanted though. So you're going a significant hill up and down the front and back straightaway. But at least it's not uphill both ways. So, yep, here we go. 24 cars rolling down pit road right now, checking their pit lane speed. But yeah, so comp yellow around lap 100, 4 sets of tires, winner receives $1 million. Nice and simple. So here we go. And say going on, they went on board with Kevin Harvick for the Busch Cam. Yeah, I guarantee you sold a lot of Busch Light at the track, or Busch Light. Probably a mix of both, but yeah, you probably sold a lot of beer at the track this weekend. But here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We are getting ready to go racing here. Oh man, I am so excited. So here we go. Say during the heat races the other night, we saw damp weather tires in both heats. So curious to see again. Maybe some of those drivers who got to the front or were able to hold the front because of it being wet. But yeah, here we go. Getting ready to go racing though. Pace car dives for cover, and now the field is in the hands of Chris Buescher and Daniel Suarez. And here go Ray Evernham waves a green flag, and we are racing it North Wilkesboro. And here we go. So it looks like that bottom line definitely looks to be the preferred line as Suarez took off. Logano followed him, and I think Briscoe, Bell, I think are the next couple in line there, and then is Hamlin gonna let whoever that is down? Nope. Hamlin hope fills that hole, so that's Buescher stuck on the outside. Gotta remember, Buscher's in a white car tonight. That's a weird thing. But here we go. And yeah, it's a bottom. This is definitely a bottom feeder type of racetrack, though. And what we saw in the truck race is that we even saw people using the absolute flat of the apron to make passes, maybe, but nothing. You don't go up. But yeah, I think it's turn 2. You cut it kind of like how you cut at Phoenix across the course to try and get a shorter racetrack. If you want to see what I'm talking about, Google Matt Crafton at this Matt Crafton highlights from the truck race when you get a chance. But yeah, Matt Crafton was absolutely going nuts on the apron yesterday. Or Friday. Yesterday on the truck race. But I don't know if that's compatible as much with the Cup cars, but here we go. Suarez versus Logano here at the front of the field, and everybody is freight trained around the bottom. So here we go. This is definitely a classic short track style where you're gonna need to be good around the bottom of the racetrack. There is no such thing as kind of being good enough around the top. instead. So here we go. For the restart after when we get our first yellow, maybe we can get a boogity boogity boogity. Let's go race some boys from Daryl. But there we go. All right, so there we go. We're back, and had a little bit of lag there. Just trying to refresh the internet. Hopefully, trying to get some better internet signal for you guys so that the speed's a little stronger. But yep. So here we go. So that the All Star Open, that was kind of the weird one. Is that once you saw lap traffic, which we didn't see much of, the racing got a bit better. But yeah, you didn't say it was kind of the front. It was definitely a track position style race though the whole way through. So here we go. But here we go. Oh, Hamlin got all the way up to second. So Hamlin's making some moves here. Hamlin, he's moving his way to the front here. Oh, uh-oh. Is the stream dead? I'm going to say, something went wrong on my phone that I was using to track the chat. Alright, there we go. It's back. But yeah, it definitely seems to be bugging out on the on there. So here we go. We got Briscoe and Byron fighting it out inside the top 5. Elliott making some progress. Kind of looking down through the field trying to see. So Stenhouse is already in the race, so we didn't need to worry about Stenhouse qualifying this year, which is nice. Because for someone who loves watching some Stenhouse, I hate it having to watch him and hope that he qualifies each year. Because yeah, it's been tough for him to qualify sometimes. But here we go. So here we go. Oh, Stenhouse goes for a spin off the nose of Stenhouse goes for a spin off the nose of Jones. I'm curious to see what happened. I'm curious to see what ends up happening here. Oh yeah, say Eric Jones just ran into the back of him. That wasn't even him. But yeah, that definitely looked like Stenhouse just got run into the back of there. So yeah, at the halfway, when they throw the caution for halfway, that's when I'll put up my little race win poll that I had done last week. Okay, so he was up the track, but okay, so Stenhouse was up the track and he was coming back down, but still no reason Eric Jones needed to turn up into him and basically wipe him out like he did. So yeah, here we go. So here we go. All right, we got a split strategy. We got some guys coming in for tires, other guys staying out. So again, remember, 4 sets of tires here to start the race. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so there we go. But yeah, that was a mess though. With the spin. Luckily, nobody got collected, which is amazing there. So here we go, here we go. Hopefully you guys are excited for this one. I know I am. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, so this race, again, I'm curious to see what it's going to look like now that we got a split field, because fresh tires are going to be incredible. But the yeah, so fresh tires are going to be incredible. Question is, how fast do they get through the field, and how much do they get? Oh, here we go, back to racing. They're back to racing as soon as they went green here, and so Briscoe gonna try and take some spots here on the outside, and Briscoe gonna try and get the bottom, and you know he does not get it. He's stuck on the outside here. So here we go. Nope, Briscoe's still not in line, and I don't know what Briscoe needs to do here, but feels like he needs to get in line there, and there we go. His fellow Chase cuts him a break. Chase Elliott cutting a break here for him. But yeah, Truex Jr. making some ground. Bell falling back a little bit. Kyle Busch looks like maybe he was one of the ones who came to pit road early here. But yeah, 3 wide in the middle of the field there. You got Reddick, you got Larson, and you got, who is that, Eric Jones up top? So here we go. But yeah, I'm curious to see what Denny can do in here behind the number 99 car here of Suarez. So here we go. Yeah, there we go. Reddick now on the inside of the barely got to the inside of Harvick there, but Eric Jones making his way around the outside, and Eric Jones dives in front. He gets ahead of Reddick. But here we go. I say there is some double file at least attempting to happen. Problem is the outside line is definitely not helping here. Alright, so here we go. So yeah, right now though, Suarez definitely managing this lead though. He's got the lead at least. kind of amazed that he hasn't been overtaken by Hamlin, with the fact that Hamlin is a very strong race car there. But here we go. They're showing some USFL stuff here. But yeah, so Larson is back up to 15th, it looks like. Ty Gibbs back at the very back of the field. I'm curious to see what he ends up doing, because he is not exactly, well, he is not known for good, clean racing here. So here we go. So yeah, Kyle Larson definitely the big mover. He's up. He's passed 10 cars here already, so that's about half the field. So he's moved almost halfway through the field here. He's now on the back bumper of my pick to win the race. Oh boy. Harvick and Kyle Busch fighting for position. Where is that? Oh, that's down in they're fighting for 20th. Yikes. Two former Cup champions racing for 20th here in the All-Star race. There we go. Larson makes the pass on Bell there, and that puts Kyle Larson to 13th. Josh Berry and Noah Gragson, though, up to 11th and 12th. That's not too bad for them. But yeah, so here we go. Here we go. So right now, though, all right, they're showing. Oh, they were showing number of laps on tires. But yeah, so the fact that Suarez hasn't raced much on the dry tire, I'm curious to see what he ends up doing here. Alright, so here we go. We got ourselves a pretty good race going here, though. We got Suarez holding on to the lead. Field has, for the most part, been able to maintain single file action here so far. Then you got looking for some of the bigger movers. I know Busher was one of the bigger ones to slip there at the beginning of the race. Keselowski's kind of just stayed in the same spot. Chase Elliott's moved up the field quite a bit from where he started the race, because he wasn't even in the top 10 when he started, and now he's all the way up inside that top 5. Then you got Logano. Hamlin moved up from, I think he was 9th on the original start, and now he's up to 2nd. But wow, we're already 37 laps in. Wow, it does not feel like it's been that long. But yeah. So here we go. So they're talking about some USFL. They have a USFL ad playing, and yeah, right now though, looking down through the field, Josh Berry again. The fact that Berry has maintained himself. Wait, Larson's up to 10th? How? Okay, we got to see a replay of what is happening with Larson under this. Because they went to commercial break and Larson passed for 13th, 12th, 11th, 10th. And did I just see he got to 9th? Yep, there we go. 9th place for Kyle Larson. What on earth? What is he doing? I mean, no idea, but whatever it is, it's working, because Kyle Larson is up inside that top 10 with fresh tires. And yeah. I'm curious to see what kind of clinic he ends up putting on here as they go later and later into this race. But, yeah, so here we go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. The Coca-Cola family of drivers is doing well. First, second, third, fifth, and then Austin Dillon in 16th. But the fact that you got 4 of your 5 in the top 5 is pretty good for Coke. Good chance Coke ends up getting a shout out in victory lane. But, yeah, so here we go. So here we go. Larson. Wait a minute. Is that Larson closing in on the back bumper of Chase Elliott now? What on earth is Larson? How is Larson making all these passes, and how are we not going to see him? Like, seriously, Fox, can we just talk for a moment, Fox? Can we get a quick replay on what Larson has been up to the last few laps? Because he's up to 6th place now. He's from 24th to 5th here. There we go. Now they're going to talk about him for a minute. Oh, no, they're going to pan to Eric Jones and Reddick. So Reddick missed, Keselowski, missed the bottom of the racetrack in a corner. But, again, I'm just confused as to what Larson did to gain all those spots. I know he's got fresher tires in the field. But one would imagine that someone would have given him some trouble to pass, but he's just storming by everybody. But yeah, I love the look of that 42 or the 43 car. The throwback to one of Richard Petty's old schemes there. There you go. I'm gonna say Briscoe putting up a little bit of a fight here and giving a little bit of trouble to Larson, but there you go. And now, yep, there we go. Larson's got the inside, and Briscoe kind of just gives up the spot once he ended up on the outside there. But yeah, he ends up flying around the inside there. So Larson had a speeding penalty on the pit stop too, so he was starting behind everybody who had fresh tires and everybody who had older tires, and he is flying through the field. He has passed 20 cars in a 24-car race here. He is absolutely flying. But yeah, so right now Larson is flying, but I am curious to see if there is a long run penalty that he ends up having to pay, essentially, in the form of used up tires falling off a cliff. But with the fact that he's racing around people who have about 17 laps less on their tires, so 15 to 20 laps more on their tires than him, honestly, they may end up falling off the cliff about the same speed here in terms of the tire wear. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but yeah. Curious to see how it ends up going here. I think Larson's probably got a pretty good bet there. I did not expect Larson to have this good of a car. But yeah, so here we go. Oh, William Byron's off the pace. Uh-oh, that's not good for Willie B. So it sounds like Willie B is going to be a little slow here. We'll have to wait and see if whatever it is ends up being a caution. Wait, what? When did Larson get by Hamlin? And now he's taking the lead. Okay, so here's the big thing. If you get a caution late in this race, you take tires. That's the lesson we've learned. So yeah, Hamlin just kind of let him go here, but yeah, Larson just took the race lead, last to first in this run. So good. All right. So yeah, I am amazed though at how fast Larson was able to move, not only to the front of the cars who had new tires, but even able to pass guys who didn't have, or who he was able to pass guys who didn't have new tires, but he was able to pass the guys who did have even tires too pretty easily. So, Fox is going to commercial break, but man, I mean, the fact that Larson got all the way up there, he was putting on a clinic. There is no question about it. And there's no question about who the best car in the field is right now, I think. So here we go. Here we go. So yeah, we got some pretty good racing action going on here. Again, I'm surprised that Kyle Larson will get through the field that quickly. Curious to see how Eric Jones, who's kind of the next highest car on those fresh tires, curious to see how fast he can match Larson's pace through the field potentially. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one, but yeah, it looks like it should be a pretty good one here, though. I'm gonna go ahead and plug my phone in, that way it doesn't die on me. But, yep, so here we go. So, here we go. Welcome to the race, guys. Anybody who just joined us, we're here for the All-Star race. We've been doing a lot of live streams today. 3 streams in one day is a lot. But yeah, unfortunately, we kind of missed most of the action with the Indy 500 qualifying it with the last row shootout because they ended up only having one. We ended up waiting for a while to see our first run. But yeah, Graham Rahal got bumped out the field, which is sad to see. But Jack Harvey ended up getting in at the last hour there, or last minute really. But yep, so last row shootout we did this morning. Well, I say this morning, this afternoon. Then we had the early evening, had the All Star Open, which both Josh Berry and Ty Gibbs were able to race their way through, and the fans voted to move Noah Gragson to the All Star race. So those 3 drivers, along with the other 21 that we saw race in the heats last night, are all here. So some pretty good on track action this weekend, and plenty of it. If you were hungry for some motorsports, there's a lot of it here this weekend. But yep, so now they're doing a piece with the original trio, the Fox broadcast team that they started with back in 2001. Daryl, yeah, Daryl, Mike, and Larry, and then Clint Boyer is kind of the odd man out here, I guess, in this group tonight. But yeah, here we go. So there we go. So William Byron ended up coming to pit road. It sounds like okay, so he's probably laps behind the race now. So yeah, so William Byron and Kyle Busch are both 2 laps down. Uh-oh, that's not good. Not a fan of seeing. So I guess Kyle Busch must have come in for tires here as well. So he must not have been one of the ones who took tires on the yellow. So he must have come in for a green flag stop. Hopefully that means that we'll see a full green flag cycle before the yellow. But the more and more laps we run, the more and more I question whether we'll see that or not. But yeah, here we go. So here we go, here we go. Hopefully everybody's enjoying this race. Got the Thornton's car, so yeah. So yeah, so Kyle Busch made a green flag stop to try and adjust his car, but I guarantee he put fresh tires on there to try and run this thing back up to the front. But yeah, it is not a good day for Kyle. So again, I said I wanted him to win, but he was not my pick. I picked Christopher Bell, but that pick is starting to seem not that great as he is running back in like 15th place. So yep, here we go. So yeah, there's not a lot happening, but then there's also a lot happening at the same exact time, which is funny. So Hamlin ended up back to 4th place. Logano ended up getting past him here. And there we go. The fastest lap currently held by Joey Logano here. So here we go. So here we go. Long way to go to the pit stop. But yeah, so they got to get 25 more laps out of these current tires they're on. And Larson has a 7-second gap to the field. So yeah, he is absolutely flying around this track. But yeah, honestly though, if we go green flag the entire race outside of the comp yellow, first off, I'll be impressed. Second off, I will be impressed. Well, first off, I'll be impressed if we go green flag the entire way outside of that. But Larson's in lap traffic now. But also, we might not even use all 4 sets of tires that they have. Because like right now, the guys who have used an extra set, they have used 2 compared to the rest of the field's 1. Then at the yellow, it'll be 3-2. So Larson still has an extra set of tires. We'll have 1 set of tires left for the final 100 laps. The rest of the field will have 2, for the most part. I mean, Eric Jones and Reddick, I believe, both have will have 1 as well. But yeah, so. But Larson starting to lap the field is going to make this a little bit easier to not be risking it too much in terms of how many problems could potentially happen here. So here we go. So going for a side-by-side commercial break. I like it. We got 20 laps left to halfway. 20 laps left till halfway. But, yep. So, it's going to be fun. Yeah. Got a, Alright, welcome to the stream, everybody. Just saw we had a spike in viewership. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. But, yeah, right now, again, just kind of working the laps. He's trying to... Larson is going to try and lap as many of these people as he possibly can here. Let's see. He's already lapped up to 19th place Brad Keselowski. Noah Gragson, Ty Gibbs, the next two in line to get lapped. Oh, boy. And then Christopher Bell and MTJ. Oh, boy. That is looking very chancy there. But, yeah, 15 laps left in this segment, and then we'll be into the second half of this race. But, man, it's... Honestly, this race is just flying by, though. So, here we go. There's a show, doing an ad right now about the Gateway race later this year, which is going to be fun. I'm going to be enjoying it from here once I'm back from Charlotte, but yeah. June 4th, so the Enjoy Illinois 300, so it's going to be an interesting one to see. But yeah, here we go. Was that Austin Dillon that just got lapped? Or no, Austin Dillon had just gotten lapped. I just don't know who we're riding on board with. But yeah, so Larson is just continuing to kind of piece out here. He's extended it to a 10-second gap. But again, unless he can lap the field, I mean, yeah, lapping half the field will make it easy-ish to cover the field in terms of strategy, but it'll also hurt his race ability to try and win this thing. And I say, if Larson can lap this entire field, that would be amazing. So there we go. And I say, Larson, he just lapped, MTJ is who he just lapped, and then Stenhouse. So, yeah, Larson is just putting a drubbing on this entire field, and yeah, they are going to need to figure out something to stop Larson from decimating the field like this. Bubba Wallace has made his way up into the top 5. So that's a cool one to see. Bubba Wallace up to 4th here. $19.94, the last time we had a field finish entirely one lap down, and it was at this track, funny enough. Fun. Always love fun facts like those, but yeah. Here we go, and say we're at 92 laps in here. We could very easily see the comp yellow coming soon. Lap 100 is when we expect it, but if there's a real yellow sooner, it could count as the comp yellow. But yeah, with looking at guys like Suarez, though, the fact that Suarez and Logano have old tires and they've maintained 2nd and 4th here, I don't see them having too much trouble here to maintain the same type of positioning the rest of the day. But yeah, so Bubba's running up inside the top 5. He's currently 3rd, so it's a fun one. And here we go. Suarez has got Bubba breathing down his neck for that 2nd spot here. So here we go. And they have lapped up to 16th place now. Again, Ty Gibbs now still the last car on the lead lap. He's maintained the lead lap, though, because we were talking about Ty Gibbs potentially getting past it a lot earlier than this. So here we go. Let's see. Is Kyle Larson about to lap the entire field at North Wilkesboro? That would be incredible. And I say, especially where they're working lap 97 here, that all he has to do is hold on for 3 laps, and then I think it'll be hard for Larson to get back around and lap the entire field. But hey, lapping this many is going to be interesting. So here we go, coming up on. I say we're pretty much halfway, so NASCAR could throw this yellow anytime now. So here we go. Let's see what's gonna happen here. The fact that Larson had to. So in 80 laps, Larson went from 24th to lapping Ty Gibbs in 16th. As we see the competition caution flies, comp yellow flies. Ty Gibbs is free pass. So here we go. Neum. Fast cars here. Oh, Ty Gibbs might not have even gotten lapped, or no, he definitely got lapped, right? Let's say I think Ty Gibbs definitely got lapped here. We'll have to wait and see here. So here we go, getting ready to adjust some cars and getting ready for the second half of this race. I will say, it feels like either the race should be segmented up a little bit more to try and keep action going throughout the race. I mean, I've been saying this for years that I feel like my favorite playoff form, or not playoff, but all-star format was the elimination format that they used in 2017, where your top 10 on average finish got into the main event, or got into the final stage. So there was a lot of action. It was short paced. So Gibbs had not gotten lapped, and Martin Truex Jr. is the free pass. So here we go. But yeah, Larson put on an absolute clinic here. I want to see again if we go green flag from here to close to the checker, though. Again, I think Larson, you could potentially see him go and dominate this. But yeah, everybody will probably pit here. Yet, I would probably go fresh set of stickers, although you could see some of the drivers who already took one set of stickers, you could see them put those 15 lap scuffs on. Although I think Larson kind of showed that Larson showed what the difference between those 15 laps were on the tires. So here we go. Memorial Day weekend. That's going to be a fun one in Charlotte. But yep, here we go. Should be a pretty good race here. Should be a minimum. Alright, so here we go. And we got pit stops. Larson, Bubba. That's who they're showing for pit stops here. And there we go. Let's say Bubba's already done his service. So is Larson. And they are away with the race. So here we go. So I'm curious to see what ends up happening in this second half of the race. So here we go. Oh, Bubba only did 2 tires? How did he do 2 tires and come out behind Larson? I mean, because Bubba was already up inside the top 5. How did he take 2 tires and still come out behind Larson? That's going to be interesting to figure out. Again, I'm wondering if it's a graphical glitch and he actually took 4 tires here, but yeah. So here we go. But yeah, Larson is absolutely dominating this race so far. So you know what? Hey, at least you can pretty safely say that one of the best drivers in NASCAR is dominating the All-Star race. So makes it very clear that it is an All-Star event, and an All-Star is doing well. That's always kind of the worry with an all-star type event, is that your all-stars don't end up actually winning the race or the event. Because, like, for example, again, Josh Berry or some of those other guys from the Open. Now, granted, again, they're definitely stars, but the fact that they are definitely not on the same level of stardom as Elliott or Larson are. I think one of them winning this race would definitely shine a different light on this event as a whole, looking back years later. I mean, kind of similarly to how we were talking about Larson winning the All-Star race. Or not Larson winning the All-Star race. Trying to think, who was a weird All-Star winner that we had? I mean, Larson was a weird All-Star winner that we had, mainly because he hadn't won in over a year at the time of he was on almost a full year winless streak when he won his All-Star race there at Charlotte back in 2019. But again, at that point, he was still I would say he was still a championship contender most of the time. But yeah, Larson obviously dominated it in 2021 during his year of domination. But yeah. So here we go. Say, Darrell Waltrip says the 17 car wins this race. Or to at least keep your eyes on it. Here we go. Oh man, my nose is so itchy tonight. Oh, uncontrolled tire for Joey Logano. Yes! Woohoo! There we go. Ross Chastain too fast on pit road. Okay. Fair. But yeah, let's see what happened with the uncontrolled tire. Okay, yeah, that got a long ways away. Oh, nope, it was the second time, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not a Joey fan. I'm kind of glad to see something happen to him, but again, something happening to him where he's still safe. He's not like he's getting wrecked or something, but yeah. So here we go. A lot of guys choosing that inside line. A lot of guys able to take that outside line and jump a couple spots. Josh Berry being one of the notables there. So here we go. So here we go. Green flag, and we're back out. And we potentially could be going green flag from here to the checker at the end of lap 200. So, man, so itchy. But yeah, so here we go. Man. So here we go. Larson gonna try and drive away yet again here on the restart. This time it's Bubba second, Reddick third, Suarez fourth. So yeah, I'm curious to see what ends up happening here, but let's see. So there we go. Hamlin gets in line, and we're now pretty much single file around the bottom here. So, again, for champions inside the top 10, you have Larson, you have Larson, and then you have Elliott. And that's it for champions, for proven NASCAR champions inside the top 10. Josh Berry up into the top 10. He's doing the best of the racing drivers. So, yeah, and then you got Chris Buescher in 6th place, Elliott 7th. So, some interesting names there in the top 10. Some drivers I would definitely say are probably more likely to win this race than others. So here we go. Looking down through the field. So Chastain. So 17 cars on the lead lap. That's the total amount after the yellow and everything is done. So here we go. So here we go. So yeah, Larson's starting to open up that lead. It's 1.3 already. So 1.3 second lead. That's sizable there for the for a restart already. But yeah, if we get a late race restart and we don't see someone try and bump Larson out the way, I will be a little disappointed with the All-Star race. But I mean, it just kind of, I will say, this All-Star race just kind of feels like it's definitely a bottom feeder type track. Problem is that the drivers aren't driving it into everybody's bumper because it feels like there's too many laps. Oh, there we go. Speaking of people not being aggressive enough, Chase Elliott just bumped Chase Briscoe right up and out the way. So there we go. So there we go. Now Byron on the outside. That's not going to be easy. He's going to be trying to get on the inside line there as soon as possible. Oh, and Ty Gibbs up into the top 10. So Ty Gibbs now the highest running of the racing drivers. And he has made his way to the top 10. Nice to see him making an appearance up there in the top 10. So here we go, here we go. So here we go, here we go. Let's see. So Harvick currently one lap down. He's going to be hoping for a yellow to get back on the lead lap before Larson starts lapping more cars. Because Larson is flying through this field, and he will probably end up lapping more cars before we get to the end of this thing. So here we go, here we go. Should be a pretty good one here. Here we go. So yeah, so everybody's kind of settled down for now, it looks like. Kind of nobody super close, no one looking like they're getting super held up behind anybody. But yeah, so Larson's opened up his lead to about 1.8 seconds now, so it certainly isn't growing the way it was before the yellow flag, but yeah. But yeah, here we go. So here we go. Let's see what we got going on. So yeah, Bubba is definitely starting to lose sight of Larson here. On the straightaways, I think he can still definitely see Larson, but it's on the it's on the it's in the corners where you really start to kind of lose sight of Larson almost. So yep, here we go. 70 laps to go, and they're going to commercial break. Is it going to be a full screen commercial break? If so, I might go use the bathroom real quick, and then I will be right back. Nope, we're going side by side, so we're not going to the bathroom quite yet. So here we go, side by side. So, yep. Jones up in the top 10. Just kind of looking at some of the other kind of people further back there. Oh, Josh Berry falls all the way to 17th. Yikes. For a driver that was at one point the up inside the top 10, he's drifting back further and further here. But yeah, here we go. But yep, here we go. So here we go. Here we go. Let's get ready to go. See, right now they've kind of fallen into lockstep here, though. The majority of the field just kind of running in line, single file with each other, and nobody at this point with 65 laps to go are not getting super aggressive to push someone out the way because they know they'll get it back. But yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna say Chicago street course later this summer. That's gonna be a fun race to watch on TV. Unfortunately, again, I'm not gonna be there, but and they're back from their commercial break, so we might actually get some full and better camera angles of what's actually going on. So here we go. So here we go. Again, with these guys, I remember during the truck race that they were using a lot of apron. In particular, again, Matt Crafton being the main one, I remember using a lot of apron to try and cut the course. Haven't seen many Cup guys running that line. I think I saw some of the Cup guys trying to utilize it earlier, but during the Open, but I don't think I've seen much, if any, of it in the actual All Star race so far. So here we got 60 laps to go, 60 more times around. So it's a long race. Alright, so here we go. So let's see. Logano back in 14th. Dillon back there quite a ways. Bell kind of stuck in 12th right now, roughly where he has been all day. This is not a good day for drivers that I picked, because Kyle Busch is essentially out the race, and now Bell is stuck outside the top 10 for now. So here we go. So here we go. He's already led 88 laps so far tonight for Kyle Larson. So here we go. Yeah, I don't anticipate anybody pitting if we don't see a yellow. I think the what we saw from guys like Logano and Hamlin kind of set the expectation for the remainder of them, which is the fact that we're going to be seeing green flag runs, and these tires can last easily a 100-lap run. So, I mean, again, if you get a yellow at all, you're coming to pit road for sure. But yeah. Oh, Bell had a penalty on the last pit stop. That's why he's so far back. I thought he was just stuck running there because he was off the pace or something. But no, he's okay. So here we go. Let's say Chastain was another one with a penalty there early. So here we go. Here we go. Man, I mean, Larson is just gone. I mean, there is no catching him right now. Without a caution, or a significant swing of momentum, I don't see anyone catching Larson, unfortunately. I'd love to imagine that maybe Wallace or Reddick can just close in on the back bumper of Larson, but I just don't see it happening. But yeah, I'm curious to see what it would happen if we did end up getting a points race here potentially in the future. But again, I just feel like, yeah, I feel like I feel like a shorter race though suits the All Star race style. So shorter 15, 20 lap segments. Um, Short enough to keep the intensity, making sure that the drivers never really get into a mode of just relax here. But yeah, here we go. 50 laps remain here. 50 more times around for the All Star race. So here we go. But yeah, I don't see anyone, again, under green. I don't see anyone coming to pit road. But if we get a yellow, I think everybody comes. But yeah, there really just is not much going on for the remainder of these. Like Larson has just kind of driven away, and the thing is, we can't talk about good points days or how everybody's doing in points necessarily because there are no points on the line here. There we go. Larson in lap traffic. Come on. Let's go. Larson gets stuck in traffic. That would be great. Nope, he already got by Noah Gregson there. Okay. Never mind. I thought he would be able to get by him, but no. Here we go. 65 or 45 to go here. 45 to go. So here we go. Here we go. Would love to see it. Again, I would like to see a restart with like 20 to go. I think a good fight at the end of the race in terms of who can win it. I think if you give these drivers, if they know they only need to make it 20 laps, they won't be taking care of the car as much. Because I feel like some of these drivers, they're trying to take care of the car more than they are actually worried about making lap time right now. So here we go. So Chris Buescher in fifth is your highest Ford. All right, and then Chase passes Chase there. Briscoe over Elliott. So Briscoe up to sixth place. Elliott drops back to seventh. And here we go. Are they going to a full screen commercial break now? Because that would give me a chance to go blow my nose and use the bathroom. And we're going side by side. I'm going to still go use the bathroom this time because clearly the action is not heavy right now and I don't want to miss the opportunity. here we go. We're back. So here we go. Hopefully everybody's enjoying this race. We have got 35 to go. 35 more times. So there we go. Making some good laps. Some good time in this race, at least. It'll be over in 2 hours. I feel like the race really should be over. I feel like an all-star race should be an hour and a half. 2 hours should be the absolute max. But again, I think the bigger thing when it comes to the all-star race is that you should at least have enough action throughout the race. So, like, if you're going to have this many laps, it shouldn't be at a track where taking care of your car is going to be the biggest problem. Like, that's kind of the thing with this track, at least in its current condition. Oh, there we go. Suarez and Chase Briscoe battling back and forth here. But Suarez on the outside, it's going to be hard to make that stick there. So here we go. So here we go, here we go. But yeah, here we go. Wait, they have a. I was gonna say the lead's only 3 seconds. Wow, okay, I thought it was bigger than that, but yeah, I mean, granted, 3 seconds at this track is massive. But yeah, so 30 laps here to go. It's gonna be a. This race is pretty. It's getting out of hand here quickly. Alright, so apparently Briscoe is the fastest car on the track. Okay, not bad. But yeah, the problem is I don't think he's going to be fast enough for long enough without a yellow. If we get a late yellow, though, that'd be amazing. You know, say. Honestly, right about now would be a nice time for a yellow. Break it up. Give us a nice short blitz to the finish on fresh tires. Larson probably still wins it, but we give somebody else a chance. But yeah, so right now though, I mean, here we go, here we go. And now Bubba Wallace has caught. So Bubba Wallace has officially caught Ricky Stenhouse Jr., which is not going to make it easy to pass here. It doesn't look like so. That's going to be fun here. So yeah, I think it should have been go time a bit earlier than this for Tyler Reddick, but yeah. Glad that his team has finally decided that, yeah, it's go time. But, yeah, 25 laps to go. It's going to be hard to catch Larson at this point. But, yeah, so right now, though, definitely it's a race of just kind of, they're very much prepping here for hopefully again, I'm hoping for a yellow here to break up this race, but Larson has caught lap traffic, so if we don't get a yellow, we do have some lap traffic at least to keep this race interesting here. So, yeah, here we go. But, yeah, so right now, though, yeah, it's just happening here. So, yeah, for the field, the most part, not much has really changed in the last 10, 15 laps. I mean, that's kind of the. I will say it's a little underwhelming, especially for how much this race was hyped up. I feel like, again, they kind of went the wrong direction from the Texas All Star races of the recent past. They had been too gimmicked up for the longest time, and now all of a sudden we don't have enough, I feel like, gimmicks to keep this one super interesting. For, again, it's an all star race. This is the race you should be adding as many gimmicks to as possible. I mean, especially at a track where you have no idea what the tires are going to do. I mean, surprisingly, the tires aren't terrible. But yeah, here we go. Hey, you know what? Ty Gibbs is. I will say, Ty Gibbs is doing an amazing job for the position he is in. Because he is not in a position where he is not supposed to be the guy that's going out there and dominating every race. He's supposed to be out there and going out there and getting solid results and getting experience so that maybe next year he can make a championship push. Although I think, again, making a championship push in year 2 is tough. So here we go. Now Kyle Larson is coming up on his teammate Josh Berry. Will he play nice? I hope not, because I'd like to imagine that the teammate is going to still try and fight it hard, especially while Berry is lead lap here. So here we go. I'm curious to see again what happens as we get later into the. I mean, we only have 15 laps to go, so we don't have much later to go. But yeah, here we go. Let's say, right now Blaney. I don't know who that is in front of him. Who is it? That's Suarez in front of him. So Ryan Blaney and Suarez kind of running in together here. Honestly, if Ty Gibbs can finish 8th, I'll be. I think ninth, 8th or ninth, that'd be great. I mean, if we get a late yellow, I'd love to see how high Ty Gibbs could potentially go. Although I would then potentially be open to the idea that he could fall back further too, and be learning something still. But yeah, so right now though, we got 12 laps to go. It's just ticking away here. I mean, just tick, tick, tick. But yeah, so right now though, Bubba and Reddick, I'm sure would love to get a shot at Kyle Larson on this restart, because if they do get a restart, Kyle Larson I think would be a bit of a sitting duck. Cause I think everybody would be trying to beat him. But yeah, it's not an easy one to overcome though. And now he's in behind 2 of the Gibbs Toyotas here. So yeah, there's not a lot of laps left here. Kyle Busch in the 5, really, Boyer? I mean, I know I've made that mistake a couple times tonight too, but just kind of funny when the actual broadcasters who get paid to do this make the same mistake. But yeah. Right now, though, yeah, Larson is just stretching his lead. He's currently 4 seconds ahead, and just continuing to work his way through traffic here, putting physical barriers in the form of race cars in the other people's way. But yeah, here we go. 7 laps to go. If we get a caution with 7 laps to go, what happens? I mean, we'd basically be setting up for a 2-lap restart. Do some people stay out to try and keep track position? Does somebody decide that they see Larson pit, everybody else decides to bury Larson? I mean, they could try it. I don't know if it would work because fresh tires are worth a lot, and you've got nearly 100 laps on your tires. Here we go. 5 laps to go. 5 more times around this thing. 5 more times here, guys. It's going to be an exciting, hopefully, run to the finish, but yeah. I mean, Larson is if Larson laps everybody but the top 10, that'd be amazing in terms of the speed. Oh boy, what is all right, Chastain? What are you gonna do for 10th place in a race that doesn't pay points? What is Larson or what is Chastain willing to do here for that? Because that is about as inconsequential a spot as I can imagine here. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, it's just kind of a quiet, normal race. I mean, nothing seems out of the ordinary, which is kind of the problem, I would say, for the All-Star race. So here we go. 2 laps to go. 2 laps. You know, once you get that white flag, you're pretty much home free. Once you see the checkers, you know you're safe. But yeah, here we go. White flag for Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, 1 lap to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. And here we go. He has won 2 All-Star races before at 2 different venues. Make it a 3-peat this time for Kyle Larson, winning at North Wilkesboro, and he sweeps the weekend in the return to North Wilkesboro. Kyle Larson is your All-Star race winner of 2023. So here we go. Kyle Larson wins it. $1 million to Kyle Larson. Nothing else matters. So there we go. But real quick, Bubba Wallace, great run there. 2nd place, 3rd place. Tyler Reddick, another one. Just great to see him outperforming. And great to see 23XI outperforming Joe Gibbs as the top Toyota team this week. We haven't seen a lot of that this year. Then you've got Chase Briscoe, Chase Elliott rounding out your top 5. 6th place, Ryan Blaney. 7th, Suarez. 8th, Eric Jones. Ty Gibbs rounding out your 9th place. And Joey Logano got all the way back to 10th place. So, good job there for all those guys. Again, Ty Gibbs doing exactly what is needed of him. And then you... Oh, wait, here we go. The Larson burnout. Let's see. How far does he go on this pavement here? Is he going to go for the full lap this time? Because he made it pretty close to a full lap. I think it was Martinsville or was it Richmond that he went for the nearly full lap here. I say he's going for it. He's going a long way here. I've not seen his tire trails from where he started the burnout to kind of link up here. I say, Kyle Larson, he is still going. He's still going with this burnout. There we go. And wow. There we go. He has made it a full lap while burning it down. After a 100-lap run, essentially, he goes over a full lap, full burnout. And those tires still are, I mean, I'm sure they're dead, but they're still, he didn't get a flat during that. That's incredible. Quick shout outs, Chastain, 11th. 12th, Christopher Bell, 13th. And 14th, Denny Hamlin and MTJ, the first couple of cars a lap down. Josh Berry, the super sub, comes home 15th. Hey, just making the race for him is amazing. Chris Buescher ends up 1 lap down. Austin Dillon a lap down in 17th. 18th for Kevin Harvick in his final All-Star race. 19th for Brad Keselowski. 20th for William Byron. Then 25th, Austin Cindric. Kyle Busch ends up 2 laps down in 22nd. Noah Gragson ends up 23rd and 3 laps down. And Stenhouse finishes the race 24th last and 4 laps down. So, bummer for Stenhouse, but hey, nice to see, honestly, just a nice, clean race. No real controversy for the first time in what feels like weeks. But, yeah, hopefully you guys all enjoyed this live stream. If you guys did, leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys are new so you guys never miss another video or live stream. But until next time, this has been Ryan Dyer on YouTube, and I will see you guys next video, live stream, or whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody, and goodbye!